And I feel like that's definitely been exciting to really figure out what
That's
way I
awesome.
want to
I
go with
think
my music and the specific
you
sound that I
see
want.
a lot of artists at the point where they find their sound is when people find them, right? Once they like have that music that feels authentically like themselves. And not that the other stuff doesn't, but it's always interesting, I think, to be in the like beginning stages of that where you feel like, okay, I kind of like this stuff, but like it doesn't really feel like me. And then when you finally like, obviously, I don't make music, so I can't relate to any of this. But you see, like the artists that like when they get to that point where they're like, I like connect with what I'm putting out now more than I ever did, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of work, but it's been exciting. You know, a lot of music recently. I'll get beats from my main producer, and just like, oh, I have an idea right away for this one. It just flows so much easier, like so easy compared to how it was. Trying to figure out, you know, what type of beat do I want to work on? You know, whose style do I want to not like clone, but kind of knock off in a way? Who do I want to work? Who do I want to be like? Who do I want to be compared to? And until recently, I really feel like, you know, the new album that I'm putting out, it's it's extremely different. You know, there's not a lot of people that I can
That's
directly
awesome.
compare it to, especially the style of the production. So I'm definitely very excited to put that one out and see what people think, because there's a lot of music, and you know, I definitely respect it. It's a, you know, it sounds good, but a lot of music, you know, I feel like there's two waves right now. You really got like the opium wave, which is one side of it, and then you got kind of the more like aggressive, like
Hmm.
what is it, like PGF Nuke, like King Von, like that type of wave. So you got these two kind of leaders in rap music right now that are kind of
Too happy.
taking over the genre and separating it into two genres. And then it seems like
Bring one in, yeah,
all of the
yeah.
other artists are kind of just, you know,
Like
sprinkled out. You know, they're in that corner, like hyper pop artists, or you know, like stuff like that. So hopefully I can have my little corner, you know, up in here, and people will enjoy that. Maybe I can influence other people
yeah, I
to
think that's what's like so exciting and
you know,
fresh.
tap
Like
into
I
different
found
genres too.
it's probably like last December that I found hyperpop or something through like break-ins, like most people. And I was just like so excited because I was like, I feel like I'm not like an EDM guy, but I feel like it pulled the pieces of EDM that I liked and like threw lyrics on it and made it like this really cool thing where I was like, I could listen to this at the gym, I could listen to this like anywhere, and it felt so dynamic. And I was like, I wish more people knew about this, which I think is getting there. But I think it is like an exciting and new thing where like we have no idea where it's gonna go, and it's what makes it exciting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like it was all that long ago when DAWs really got invented. I mean, people are still figuring out the best way to make music on their computer, and I'm really curious to see how it goes in 20 years, you know, when I'm a lot older, and like, will I be looking down on the
Yeah.
people like two generations below me, and
What are these
am I gonna be
noises?
like, what the fuck are they
Music.
making? I'm gonna be like, what is this? 'Cause, I mean, that's the same thing that like
Mhm.
two generations above do right now, or three generations above. They're like, what is this? I mean, I did kind of encounter that recently. Like, there's some new music that I just don't really
Mm-mm.
understand, I guess.
No.
Like, have you ever heard of Netspend? I don't know.
Okay.
I just I don't get. It's like called
It's
jerk
not.
type music, and I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't understand. it sounds like noises to me, you know. I sound like an old person saying this, but it just sounds like noises. I don't understand the reason why people would want to listen to it, I guess, but
We got
I
to figure
find
it out,
myself
right?
kind of listening to it sometimes because I'm like, oh, this is kind of it has a specific energy. It's like a fuck you energy, I guess. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how music evolves in the next generations with electronic music kind of taking over. And is there gonna be like a renaissance or a resurgence in live instruments? And
Yeah.
is that gonna really come back into fruition as much as it was? I mean, I hope it does, and I hope live music, remains, and I hope it doesn't completely get taken over by kind of like the easier um, side of the coin. But I think it's really just combining those
Yeah.
two, which would make the best thing, I think. Because you see, like some of those like Playboy Cardi shows, he has electric guitar players, he has people on drums. I mean, it brings so much more energy to the concert.
Yeah.
You guitar solo
Yeah.
before every
I'm
song.
not gonna lie. I
Like
slept
that's
on Playboy Cardi
awesome.
for a
Like who
long
doesn't want a
time. Like I
guitar
knew he
solo?
existed, but I like it was really weird. Like I think it was last year actually, maybe the year before. I like saw some of his like reels or something. And that's when I knew like shoot and stuff like that, like the big songs I'd heard, but I didn't I kind of like you're saying like didn't know the extent of his like individuality, I guess, which is kind of what made me get more into him than what I was before, just because he is pretty unique in his own way.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of my influences, I would say. I mean, he's worked with Pure Born a lot. I mean,
Hmm.
he has a whole album where it's only Pure producing, and that kind of pushed me in the direction to have one of my albums where it's only one person producing. So
Hmm.
me and that person can really control the sound and the vibe of the whole entire album and make something that flows together, and all the production is just, it's not feeling like it's, oh, this one sounds a lot different than the last one,
Yeah,
and it's not flowing as well as it should,
yeah,
and really
that's awesome.
breaking into my own sound.
Well, yeah, a lot to look forward to in
So
the new
it's a
year.
lot of a
Well,
lot
I
of
really
excitement.
appreciate you jumping on and chatting. This has been awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share with your fans before we wrap this up?
Oh yeah, it's been a good time. I would just say, stay tuned for a lot more music, a lot more singles, a lot of exclusives going to be dropping. I'll definitely keep everybody posted on Instagram through stories, and hopefully keep everybody engaged with my music. And concerts are coming soon too. Hopefully, I think in this winter time, I'm just gonna stay inside, really market myself as best as I can, and then hopefully in the springtime it rolls around, we got them numbers going, and
Yeah, that'd
I
be
can really
awesome.
perform and
Oh, I really
sell
do.
out a
I
venue.
feel like
Hopefully,
this has been actually a really cool conversation, and I never
yeah,
know like when I haven't really followed an artist as closely before I do one of these, like how the interview is gonna go. But this was really cool getting to chat with you and kind of hear your perspective on some things. So I appreciate it. Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
I
good luck and
appreciate
enjoy
you
your trip in
taking the time
Mexico.
to. It was a
Enjoy some
good
warm
chat.
weather.
Yeah, you. Good luck with all the podcast stuff. I'll definitely keep checking it out, and I'll always show
Yeah,
love.
I appreciate that
Just
a lot. Thanks so
if you ever
much.
want to do another one
Appreciate
later
it.
down the road, just hit
Yeah,
me
have
up
a good
too.
night, man. All right.
Cool. Yeah, you have a good night. Peace.